Gallant evening, ladies and men. I'm Gallant Gamer, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm Instead of doing a Let's Play like I usually do, I decided instead let's take a look at the Candyland Wiki article. Because I just I was curious as to how many of those special spaces there were in the board game, and that kind of led me down a rabbit hole, and now here we are. So I just want to read some of this real quick. Candyland is an internationally popular multimedia franchise, began as a board game, but the present has expanded into books, cartoons, merchandise, a reality cooking competition. Wait, what? And video games. The original version of the game was designed in 1948 by Eleanor Abbott, a school teacher seeking to amuse children in her polio ward. Milton Bradley produced a commercial version in 1949, which became a huge surprise hit. Hasbro would later buy Milton Bradley in 1984 and revamp the game to include a storyline and characters titled The Legend of the Lost Candy Castle. As you can see, you have King Candy, Plumpy, Mr. Mint, Jolly, Grandma Nut, okay, Princess Lolly, Lord Licorice, Queen Frostine, Gloppy, and these two. Who is Gingerbread Men? These are gingerbread men? They don't look like gingerbread. One of them's not even a man. In the decades since Abbott created her original version, the game has been re-released and updated many times, including spin-offs and promotional tie-ins with other works, as is every single board game ever. The evolution of Candyland can be seen as a fascinating cross-section of American artistic sensibilities. The concept itself belongs to an interesting artistic tradition of food-based paradise imagery and related cautionary tales. It's unclear how many of these works were sources of inspiration, and very possibly none of them were. They are worth mentioning as predecessors. The Old Testament, off to a good start, describes paradise as a land of milk and honey. In medieval folklore, the land of... I can't say that! There are multiple reasons as to why I can't say that. Was a popular peasant fantasy about a realm of delicious food and no labor. The candy-based house is also called to mind the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel as mentioned by the Brothers Grimm in 1812, albeit without these sinister undertones. More recently, in American history, the 1928 folk song Big Rock Candy Mountain by Heron McClintock depicts a hobo's food paradise. Sure, might as well learn about this too. Oh, to Wikipedia themselves. A country song about an idea of paradise. Oh, it's a modern version of the medieval concept of that thing that I can't say. It's a place where hens lay soft-boiled eggs and there are cigarette trees. No, what? Why is this censored? In later years, when he appeared in court as part of a copyright dispute, oh, okay. He cleaned it up. I guess this is what... Oh, the lyrics of the missing line have not been made public. In the released version, the entire verse was omitted. Whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. That would explain why it's censored. Okay, I actually got an answer to that. Anyway, however, the song wouldn't become really popular as children's entertainment until Burl Ives recorded a cover in 1949, changing elements like alcohol and cigarettes into soda and candy. See, that makes more sense than the other thing. The most obvious direct predecessor is the 1935 animated short, actually titled Candyland. Produced by Walter Lantz for Universal Studios. This version involves the child falling asleep and fantasizing about a land populated entirely by fat chefs. Now I have to know. Wait, is this actually going into a real... While I would love to react to this, I'm not sure I'm allowed to. I feel like I'm getting into even more of a rabbit hole as time goes on. What is it used for? Okay, we are not going to talk about that. Here are the games. 1949, 1955, 1962, 1967, 1978, 1984, 1999, 50th anniversary, 2002, 2010, 2013, 2014, and 2021. They're still making these things. Actually, let's look at the first one. Here it is. This is the box for sweet little folks. Aha, here's the actual board itself. And here is the 2021 version. What about the other versions? What's the 50th anniversary one look like? Well, there it is. What is this? Oh, these are those cutout things where you prop them up in the thing. The Candyland kids are a notable inversion here, represented as gingerbread children, while the rest of the board becomes more humanized. It's on to the classic character tokens. Okay, I have to know. What does the board actually look like? Here's the board. Oh, oh no. Oh no. I hate it. Oh no. I can't remember which one I grew up with, but I remember growing up with a cane. This might be the one. No, the guy isn't there. I remember that the plum guy or whatever the name is, Plumber. This might be it. Yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, this might be the one. This might be the one that I actually did. That I played. Okay, what are the... Where am I? Candyland 999. Okay. Candyland Bake Off. Doesn't even have a thing. Candyland Bingo. Castle Game. A Child's World of Card Games. Connect 4. Candyland Connect 4. History. Nothing. Characters. Nothing. Locations. Nothing. Notes. Nothing. Not yet been completed. You think? There's nothing here. How do we even play it? Candyland Deluxe. Let's check out all of these. Oh, yep, this is Deluxe, alright. What actually makes it Deluxe? Ah, we're not done yet. A limited edition of the game with collectible figurines of the characters. Oh, that's Deluxe, alright. And here's the card game one. Here's the castle game one. We're getting no information on any of these. And bingo! What do you expect? It's bingo. Fun on the Run, Giant Edition. Alright. Fun on the Run. Oh, it's just a portable version of the game. Giant Edition. Fun indoor and outdoor play. Hershey! This one actually kind of makes sense because it is chocolate. Limited edition product available in limited quantities from January to August. Ice cream party. Lotto. Wait, Lotto is in lottery? Yup! Teaching kids the wonders of gambling as young as 3. Oh, this one actually has stuff! This one doesn't, though. Ice cream party. Stack the tallest treat. Why can't it just be its own game? Why does it have to be Candyland themed? It It is uncertain of if the laws of time. What? It is uncertain if the laws of time and space apply within the world of Candyland Lotto. Given the lack of the classic Candyland Road and label location, we cannot assume space applies. However, the presence of a spinning wheel does give credit to the possibility of time's existence. What? The lack of supporting materials is remains unverified. And then in parentheses, unverified. That's not what I expected to read. Candyland Sweet Celebration. Oh, it's a jigsaw version where you can make your own thing. Wow. The train game. This one doesn't even explain how to play. Juggling tracks to make a candy match. Alright. I don't know what that means. Wheel. Just wheel. Spin to match the Candyland characters. Alright, this one's simple enough. Do the laws of time and space apply to this one? Winter Adventures game. Alright, I guess I kind of understand that one. As in Winter Adventures, it's just a winter version of it. But for a second, I thought you meant Winter Olympics. Other media. Food Network Adventure. A child's first game comes to life. DVD game, The Great Lollipop Adventure, and VCR board game. A reality cooking competition series that aired on the Food Network in 2020? That's recent. Based on the popular board game franchise of the same name. Kristen Chenoweth as Queen Lollipop. Here are the contestants. Many contestants. Characters. Mentioned only, mentioned only, and mentioned only. And then the locations. Did it ever get another season, or was it just, oh, look at this, this is adorable. Adventure. Set in the Candyland universe? Alright, I'm curious. Ah yes, characters. Fauna. Ants, bats, bears, bluebirds, gummy worms, ladybugs, mice, owls, squirrels. One of these things is not like the other. Gingerbread Man, Gloffy, Ramana, Jolly, King Candy, Lord Licorice, Buzzy, Crockett, and Spidora? Who are these guys? Buzzy. A vulture. Crockett. A crocodile. Oh, probably a buzzard. And Spidora's a spider? Well, I'm not sure what that is. Oh. They're pets. Okay. Candyland, yeah, I'm gonna look at that later on. Miners. Red Hot Sun! The sun! The big yellow sun is the sentient celestial entity that occupies the skies above Candyland. It rarely interacts directly with the kingdom's residents, but it bears witness to events and reacts expressively with its human-like face. We found the cousin of the... what was it? The Teletubbies' son. Who's the big red son? What is that? Yep, this is all the characters. Oh no. Even this guy's confused. This doesn't even have any color. Is this a coloring book? 2010. How about 2013? What did that one look like? Oh, this is the one with these guys. Possibly the most controversial edition. The 2013 version is also the most short-lived. It was followed by a new illustration only a year later in 2014. What makes it controversial? The illustrator presents Candyland as a chaotic, almost overwhelming, sugar-coated fever dream. The board is busier than ever before with almost no unused space, every inch overflowing with sparkly details. There is a distinct kawaii-influenced aesthetic to the redesigns. The normal fauna seen in Candyland are gone, replaced by a collection of various anthropomorphic suites and living candy architecture. This extends to the player-controlled characters, usually the humanoid Candyland kids. They are replaced by new quartet of named characters: Cutie Cone, Giggly Gumdrop, Mally Mallow, and Chorly Girl. Interestingly, while there are so many new non-humanoid characters, all of the traditional non-humanoid character cast members are gone. Gloppy has disappeared entirely after being demoted to a non-named character in 2010. Jolly has not been seen since 2004, and Plumpy has not been seen since 1999. New characters introduced: the Duke of Swirling Ramagui are likewise gone. It's 6 total characters with stops on this board. This edition has the smallest cast of any Indie game yet released. Isn't it usually 6? Mr. Mint and the Peppermint Forest are the first points of interest, returning for the first time since 2004 after his mysterious disappearance in 2010. Traditionally seen as a lanky, glamorous lumberjack wearing... Shut up on my email address. Shush. Wearing almost exclusively red and white stripes, this version is a more colorful ice skating Oh boy! The matching figures getting costume and red hair with white streaks. While previous depictions of Peppermint Forest just had entire candy canes growing from the ground, this version has full trees with mint leaves and peppermint trunks. It appears to be peppermint candies growing from the trees, some sentient and some not, next to a giant peppermint treehouse where Mr. Mint presumably lives. That brings a lot of questions. There's a lot. Yeah, there is kind of a lot to process in this one. Wow. Alright, a child's first game come to life. An interactive CD-ROM version of the classic board game. Model after the 1984 edition. The DVD game. Jump up and join Mr. Mint and friends for 3 energizing games. Now I've been completed. The Great Lollipop Adventure. Wait a minute, that's the one. Canadian traditionally animated adaptation of the 2002 board game. This is directed to DVD. I've seen this film. I've definitely seen this film. I know that guy. That's the guy. And the VCR board game. Multimedia children's toy. This production is based on the 1984 version. Who's Been Eating My House? This is a color game. The big yellow sun wakes up in the morning. That's it. What? King Candy, apparently the sole arbiter of the Candyland justice system. Oh boy. That is a great line. Declares the licorice guilty of illegal munching of property not owned by you and sentences him to face the grandmother's house and prepare for her. King Candy briefly enjoys all these items but quickly grows tired of them. Candyland kids arrive without a gift and offer instead their friendship. He notices this gift has made him feel better and tries to reward them with the key to the royal treasure room. They decline the reward, saying they just want to help celebrate his birthday. These kids, these 8-year-old kids show up. Hey, you're the king, right? I want to be your friend. Oh, well, that sounds great. Here's the key to the room that houses all of my gold. I'm sure you will be very responsible with this, as you are 8. Well, subject objects for a ritual. Do I want to know what this is? I hate it. I hate it. Why do I hate it? I don't know, but I hate it. Where is his arm going? It's clearly not going behind his back, and he does not have pockets. Classic Edition, Disney Princess Game, the Disney Theme Park Edition, Dora the Explorer Edition, Dora the Explorer with Memory Game Tin. Give kids the Candyland. Give kids the world. Village Edition. My Little Pony the movie. Unicorn Edition. Willy Wonka. Winnie the Pooh. Impossible's Candyland. Lucky's Charm World Candyland. And books and parodies. Oh, here are all the boards. So this is the 1949 one. This is the original. Then we get 1955. Then 1962. Those kids have looked very similar throughout these ones. 1967, they still look pretty similar. 1978. Okay, now we have Steve from Blue's Clues, but at least she looks kind of similar. That was not the color of his hair. 1984. 1999, they still look mostly the same. Was this the one I had, or did I have the 1984 one? Oh, now I can't remember. No, I definitely didn't have the... Wait, no, I didn't have that one either. 50th anniversary? Hold on. 2004? Definitely not. Hey, this is future me in editing. I tried to find my version of Candyland, and while I couldn't find it, I ended up looking through the boards again, and after careful consideration, I have deduced that I definitely had the 1999 version of Candyland. That had to have been the one that I had. Anyway, back to past me, who is about to lose his mind over the Candyland universe. 2010. Who is this? That is not the peppermint guy. 2014. The kids are gone. We lost the kids. And the new 2021 edition. Who's that? Alright, let's look at Candyland Universe. There is little directly known about the cosmology of the Candyland Universe. Okay, what is this? I have to read this. Hold on. You gotta be kidding me. This is Lolly, Princess of the Fairies. Now you're telling me bedtime stories? Nighttime already, is it? He's off again, both of you, at one who might be your most powerful ally. These are creatures of pure magic. They seem odd or cute to us with their candy wings and bright colors, but that doesn't make them less powerful. Has this fairy murdered someone? Fairies have crossed over into our dimension, only rarely, but nowhere more often than on Earth. But where the fairies are not easily tamed, they do not wish to be manipulated. Treat them with respect or be prepared for the repercussions. What kind of repercussions? It's murder, isn't it? You are going to get murdered by a fairy. What is happening? Candyland as an entity has had numerous incarcerations since the debut in 1949, many of which do not seem to have a consistent prevailing logic. This has led to a number of conflicting theories. This is the belief that all Candyland stories belong to a singular, cohesive, overarching narrative featuring consistent characters / settings over time. Any differences between versions could, in theory, be explained by unknown events happening between editions. For example, Mr. Mint is portrayed standing upright in the 2014 edition, then using a wheelchair in the 2021 edition. Really? Hold on. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair, and he looks completely different. How do they go? Hold on, let's still hate it. So this was the original version. Then we had this guy, hate it. Then this version still looked like the original. Then they looked a little more human. Then this. Now he looks human, and now he's a complete human being in a wheelchair. The Duke of who? For unknown reasons. Yeah, I would like to know the reasons. Who are you? Who is this? Character in the Candyland universe and a major figure of the Candyland board game series. His associate looking as the ice cream slopes. Only appeared in one game, replacing Mr. Mint due to unpopularity. He was okay. Due to unpopularity, he was removed and Mr. Mint was brought back. I was about to say, how is Mr. Mint unpopular? Turned up in one other Candyland related game, the train game. You need to visit while being depicted driving the train on the cover of the game. Seems like they were really trying to push the Duke of Swirl on audiences, and I can see why it did not work. A snow beaver. What is a snow beaver? That's a beaver? This is a beaver? Eventually, his name would change to Mayor Mint, implying that he has begun a successful career in politics. How am I supposed to say any of this with a straight face? Just. uh, Eventually, his name would change to Mayor Mint, implying that he has begun a successful career in politics. I can't take this seriously. Okay. A compatibilist interpretation would say these are both the same character. Clearly not. They don't even look similar. The problem is the wheelchair. The problem is that one of them is not even human. Lord Licorice is shown over the course of decades living in a castle. I assume this is the villain? Licorice Castle, Licorice Forest, Licorice Lagoon. His original appearance, he said to live alone with his bitter chocolate bats. Yep, those are bats. He is described as always gloomy evergreen with grim, with a heart as hard as rock candy. Through unknown means, he managed to hide King Candy in Candy Castle, causing the land to fade in color. What? The Candyland kids are sent by Princess Lolly to thwart him. Lord Licorice is known by other inhabitants for his plots and evil plans. Licorice Lagoon. His appearance becomes more pilot-like, including a skull-emblazoned ship with a crew. He's seen in more dandy attire without the ship, but still residing in the lagoon. Alright. Yeah, that is a pirate ship. This is a trip. Oh, video unavailable. Videos. Okay. Was present as the antagonist in every version of Candyland from its introduction in 1984 until the 2014 edition. 2041 is the first since its introduction not to feature him, including no villain at all. 2021 version doesn't have a villain, apparently. Instead, we have this character. Chocolate Falls. That's not even as close as the same. A compatibilist will assume these are not separate iterations, but the story of one man's economic decline and fall from respectability. Why is this so serious? I cannot. This is played completely straight. Generational cycles. Similar to compatibilism, this theory posits a cohesive single narrative, but suggests that the characters and settings might change over time. Differences between versions could be explained as generational counterparts. It is possible that King Candy and Lord Licorice are titles passed down over the years via royal lineage. Oh, so the Mr. Mint from the first version isn't the Mr. Mint from the last version. This would mean the story of Candyland is not a conflict between two men, but an ancient feud between the House of Candy and the House of Licorice. Again, this is played completely straight. How? How can I take this seriously? Multiverse theory. This is Candyland. Enter the Candyverse. Not one universe, but a multiverse involved in realities. They may be able to coexist at the same time on different planes of existence or vibrational frequencies. Vibrational frequencies! This theory removes the need to reconcile conflicting stories and allow for potential separate worlds to cross over with eventually a scientific means. It is. It's going to be Candyland Enter the Candyverse. Mr. Mint's gonna meet Mayor Mint and the other Mr. Mint from the other version, and then the other Mr. Mint. You can't make this up. Shifting timelines. I hit my mic. This theory posits that all Candyland stories. Sorry, it's actually kind of late at night right now, and I'm losing it. But the discrepancies can be explained by distortion in time. Whatever. The circumstances of the characters might change without them even realizing due to temporal fluctuations outside their control. For example, Pumpy is a valued member of this community, but when he disappears throughout the day, it's like he never existed at all. Why do his comrades not mourn him? What? This raises a number of further questions. Are these casualty disturbances harmless, or perhaps leading towards some greater crisis? Are they a natural phenomenon, or is it perhaps some Oh, man, I'm done. Oh, I'm done. Some Hasbro materials exist that Candyland or written movie suggested a shared universe with other Hasbro properties. Oh, man. That is ridiculous. Uh, the Candyland universe. What a place to leave it off. I think I'm gonna leave this here. This has been a trip. Oh, Candyland. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Bye. Ugh.